Prepare and lodge business activity statement with SageOne file. Before using GovReports to lodge SageOne BAS, ensure that you have a subscription account with GovReports and SageOne. And secondly, the report can only be imported to GovReports for lodgement if it had been published in SageOne. So that when you log into GovReports and arrive at the dashboard, you can go straight to enter the client's name on the search bar or field. Select the client to go to the client's profile, then go to Forms and select Activity Statement. When you arrived here, enter the date range of the reporting period. You can put in a wider date range so that GovReport will connect to ATO and list out all the activity statement that has been issued by the ATO for that request period. From here, you select the correct activity statement. GovReport is now connected to SageOne and import the data for that entity during that period. You now can see that it's on the reporting form. There's the pre-filling from ATO is on the first page, which cannot be changed, and if there's any changes, you need to go back to the ATO and make the adjustments before it goes to GovReports. And all the information from the file for that particular client will now be directly into GovReports. If there's any adjustments you need to make, just go straight to the field and enter the details. Otherwise, can arrive to the declaration section. Ensure that you enter your details and the date that you want to save this. Click Next. So you come to the Save and Lodge sections. Here you have 4 to 5 options depending on your account or subscription with GovReports. You can save as a draft, which means it's an incomplete report and must be edited before lodgement. Or you can go to pre-lodge, which means that it will validate with the ATO to ensure that the data is matching with their information on their records, but it will not save the report. Or you can save validate options, which means that it will save all the data that you have entered, as well as validating with the ATO to make sure that it is acceptable, it is matching with their records. Or you can save, validate, and send for signature if you got GovReport digital signature. If you already know that you have your client's authorization for lodgement, you can just go straight to lodge and submit it to the ATO. For this particular demo, I'm going to save and validate. Once it has been saved, it will take you to the Save Reports, where you can see that the activity statement that you just validated is now on the list, the reporting period, and the date that you queue or the date that you validated it, and who was done by, and the status of it. Valid status means that it's already been validated and cross-checked for errors with the ATO. If it's in draft, that means it's not yet completed and must be edited before lodgement. So for this activity statements, I'm going to go to the reprofile that I just prepared. You can see the status is valid. You can click on Reports to see the downloaded versions of the actual report itself. Also email it to your clients for authorizations. Of course, if you've got email settings set up in GovReports previously or initially when you set up the account or beforehand, then certainly we'll send all the email that you send from GovReports will be sent from your email, and it may also have your email signature as well. You can send it to yourself or someone else depending on who is requesting for the copy of the activity statement that you prepared. Once you have got your clients authorized, you can now go back to the Save Reports, tick to select the activity statement, and lodge. Once it has been lodged, you can see that the report is no longer in your Save Reports, and it will be in somewhere between the lodge between GovReports and ATO. It might take a few minutes before it arrives to your records or your account in GovReports and saying that it's with the lodgement receipt. You can go to Bird's View, go back to Bird's View, or go to the client's profile to see the lodge report. If it has been lodged, you can see that on your today's lodgement, now the count will be increased. Or you can go to Lodge Report and it will list out all the lodge report that you have, and you just have to search for the report that you just lodged. And as I mentioned, you can go straight to the client's profile as well and be able to go to the lodge reports from there, and you can see the lodge report that has been submitted for this client. Once it has been lodged, you can see here, you can click on the report itself and you can see the actual lodgement receipt with the date and times that it has been submitted. You can click on reports to print out the report, the actual activity statement that has been submitted to the ATO, or you can email. Now, if you had email settings set up in GovReports, as I mentioned earlier in the thingy, you can now send directly to your clients, and it will come with the attachment of the actual activity statement that has been lodged, and the payment options, and of course the lodgement receipts come along with that as well.